Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for June 2020. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in Capricorn. You were intuitively guided to the reading and you're not a Capricorn. So whatever brought you, welcome. Think about Capricorn for a second. You know, the 10th house. The 10th house is about the legacy. You know, some people like, what is my purpose? Well, look, you know, it doesn't take, you can find it pretty easily. So for Capricorn, it's really about the legacy you leave behind. I think it's 10 of Pentacles. Money, you know, it's my foundation, right? But it's rooted through time, and that can mean, you know, my business, my child's business, their child's, but, you know, it can go on and on and on. Think about the 10 of Cups, you know, full fulfillment. But you're ruled by Saturn, so Saturn is the planet of lessons, right? So it's learning lessons. Maybe it is 10's also about closing the doors, right? Closing doors because the Fool wants to pop up. Some kind of new opportunity wants to come in. So be willing to take some chances in your life, because I feel like you're really meant to, right? You're meant to get to that 10, find that completion, and then what needs to go, you let it go. And I feel like you'll live a much happier life. You know, if you're a Capricorn and you don't have much drive, it tells you that you're in your lower energy, and there's things you can do to change that, right? And it could be something simple like meditation, yoga, and then working your way up, you know, whatever feels right. Anyway, Capricorn is a beautiful sign. Sign of loyalty. And I know some are going to say, not my Capricorn. Well, you know, we're not always in the light. Some of us don't know how to stay there, right? We get pulled back down into maybe our norm. So, we'll see. Let's begin. I do see the Tower on the bottom of the deck. I have to say that. That could be something recent. It could be something that's on someone's mind. We'll see if it comes out. Or if it's just an illusion. Alright, we start with the Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, potentially. We have the Emperor, card of Aries. He's definitely got his back to her, but it doesn't seem... You know, what's the Emperor doing? The Emperor's busy ruling the world. Queen of Cups may feel that she's not getting anything from this Emperor. Forget about the signs, right? I'm seeing this Queen of Cups right now is more in, you know, like she's frozen over. But I don't feel that's where she wants to be. It's just where it is, where the Emperor doesn't seem to take any notice of that. Any notice. He feels there's a higher belief. I feel many of you are the Emperor here, to be honest. There may be something that you're ignoring, some type of emotional thing in your life that you are, and I don't feel like even purposely, it's just that, you know, I'm focused on something, I'm focused on something big, I'm focused on my work. Well, let's keep going. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. That's good energy together. We have the Seven of Wands coming under this Queen. So that puts her in somewhat defensive energy, right? She's trying to get someone to see her point of view. We have the Prince of Cups coming under the Emperor. Interesting. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. I'm sorry, we have the Seven of Swords. Seems to shake the foundation of this Four of Wands a little bit. I think this queen is feeling that this king has his eye on someone else. I feel in some way she feels like she can't trust him. If it's a man, put yourself wherever you're meant to be. Because this King of Cups, interesting. The Emperor, which it can be anyone, can be our father, can be our husband, can be, can be anyone, can be our teacher, can be our professor, can be our boss. Why? All those things, because it's someone who we feel has wisdom. They have some type of wisdom, and definitely within the Emperor, he wants to bring it to the world, right? But, well, let's get our last card out here. Look at this. We have the Ace of Cups. So, man, why are all my readings turning this way this month? But I feel like this Emperor has his eye on someone else. I feel like he's ignoring the Princess of Cups, and she's trying to get his attention. But I feel like, oh God, I hope you're the Emperor and you're getting the message, because I feel like if I'm the Emperor, I feel like I'm falling in love with someone. I feel like this person is meant to be. However, I have a very deceptive type of energy behind this Four of Wands, under this Four of Wands, right? Under the foundation. It's almost a fault, and eventually will rupture. However, I still feel like this Emperor is looking at this person like, baby, you're meant to be, and maybe it is meant to be, but there's something going on that is rocking the foundation, and I feel like it's in the area of trust. Can I trust this person? What is this, okay, let's keep going on. This is like a story revealing itself. Revealing? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have Judgment. We have the Five of Swords. Interesting. Here's the one thing I know. This Emperor is falling in love with someone. They feel like this person is meant to be. There's movement behind it, and judgment below it. And then what comes next is the walking away from what was. Now, what I'm walking away from here is good, because mentally it doesn't agree with me, right? It's a very tough mental energy. Some of you, this Emperor literally is your boss. Or could be someone offering you a job and you have your own business, someone who wants to come in, right? But they may come in and then take over. I don't know, but let's get your last card. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, I'm feeling a couple different things here. First of all, I'm feeling like this Emperor is somehow tied to this Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter what sign. This is someone who's feeling, who's coming across very cold and defensive, right? I want someone to see my point of view. So I kind of feel like whoever this queen is, and I don't feel like it's many of you, who's trying to get something across. Do you know what? It may not come across. But here's the thing, because then I feel like this Emperor has his eye this way, and so that kind of makes you feel bad for this Queen, right? But however, I feel like what it does for this Queen is unthaws her. You know, it could be someone who's just with the wrong partner. Um, and you know, here I'm trying to get someone to understand what I'm trying to say. But ultimately, you end up in the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very strong, independent energy. So this Queen, I feel like, you know, let's not feel, I mean, you know, let's feel sorry for her, but let's not feel too sorry for her, because she ends up right where she's meant to end up, especially with Judgment right there. I feel like it's two people who needed to go their other way. It's just the way it's being done, right? It didn't go, it's, I don't know. I don't know. So, okay, now let's go to the Emperor. So I feel like the Emperor has met someone, and maybe, I don't even know where. They have met someone, and I feel like, I don't know when, how long this has been, but I feel like the Emperor is now offering his world to someone else. I believe the Emperor believes that this person is who they're meant to be with, right? It's almost like an energy I can't help but chase, right? It's just that strong. There's something in it, you know, there's a connection, there's something. And I almost can't help chase this energy. You know, and he's definitely feeling like it's meant to be. So I do feel like he comes in, makes the proposition, makes the offer, what have you. What's it include? Well, we have the Ace of Cups, so I feel like he's speaking it, especially with all these swords. He's speaking it, speaking his truth. Let's say, bringing in a cup of love. So wants to take it romantically, if it isn't already. But the Seven of Swords is bothering me right here, because, you know, it could simply mean that, you know, it's the energy of having an affair. And maybe both partners are having an affair. And here in the Five of Swords, it's the walking away, right? Because then it brings us to the energy of joy, celebrating our love. Listen, I feel like most of you are the Emperor in a different, like I'm not gonna be able to tell your exact scenarios, but if this feels like your energy, it's your energy. Okay, so what I want to do is I definitely want to clarify the Seven. So we have the Hermit, could be the energy of a Virgo. Princess of Swords underneath that, seeking the truth, right? Let's use the Cosmic Tarot. And I have to say, you know, like all of a sudden this Queen is starting to feel pretty strong to me. And I mean like almost just surrendering to the energy. Surrendering to the energy. And, though her Seven is matching the Seven of Swords. Alright. Somebody could come in, and this may be a boss who says that they're not married, or they're not together. That may not be the truth. Maybe that's what this person plans on doing, but I feel like someone may not be telling the truth. And this is someone that I feel like is probably more like a boss. Because there's almost like I have to accept it type of energy for now. Okay. Usually I start at the beginning, but I want to go to the Seven of Swords. I want to get a little more information on that. It's almost like stealing your heart. Like someone is stealing your heart. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And I don't know. I'm sorry, but if I'm, if I'm the Emperor and I have the Queen of Cups behind me, I do feel like this relationship is over. And I feel like the Queen of Cups just has to come to that realization, because ultimately, this is not what the Queen of Cups wants either, right? Like maybe, maybe things just have not been good because this person's back is to you. So, not your best interest. And if I come down and I see the energy of ultimately where she will be, that's going to have a strong, solid foundation. So something good's going to happen. And the Emperor, I just, and I have to say, sometimes you can't help, if you're with the wrong, I don't want to say the wrong person, but that person of the time, and someone new comes along and there is just this, and I'm talking about like, I think I'm meant to be with you type of energy, like not I just want to cheat, because I don't really know if I should feel that in this person, other than I feel it's more like meeting someone that maybe you couldn't help but meet, right? And here we are. And, they stole your heart. And that may put you in action, right? That may give you enough to finally end what I feel like needed to end or wanted to end anyway. Sometimes it's just, I don't want to go through the uncomfortableness of what comes next, right? So I'll just let it be. But the truth of the matter is, because I thought I saw 2 7 of Pentacles, maybe one was on the bottom of the deck. Both have a right to be living in their authentic life. So sometimes things hurt. But when we allow them just to thaw, right? Just, naturally run their course. Here she has a 7, or you mean the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Death card of Scorpio. Coming under the Queen of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands coming over this Emperor. So this may be someone that, I'm feeling much more like-minded. Let's look at the difference here. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very intuitive, but can be seductive. But so can the Queen of Cups. But after, if you've seen it so many times, maybe seeing it from someone, I don't know. I shouldn't even say that. Anyway, there's quite a few differences between the two. And I can't say one is better and one is worse. All I'm saying is there's just differences, right? Like the Queen of Cups runs from her heart center. The Queen of Wands runs from her passion, right? So she's someone I feel like, she would go after this king, or this Emperor. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, interesting, coming above the 4 of Wands, and that is the energy of wanting to join together, right? Wanting to create something together. And there may be 3 people involved here, that's going to depend on how long the Queen wants to stay in that energy. But it would definitely benefit her to, like, move through it. And anyway, and what am I thinking here? I'm thinking that this is 2 people who are seeing each other's very unique side that not a lot of people get to see. And, allowing me to just be me. Like, I'm just me with this other person. We have the Princess of Swords. Interesting. Some cards down, some up. we have the Seven of Wands. So I don't know if this Emperor has told the Queen of Cups yet. Nonetheless, I feel like the Queen of Cups knows, she's felt it, because she has turned she's turned cold to it. But here is the Seven of Wands again, coming with the Princess of Swords. So, this could be a fear, or this could be an actuality. This is, someone who is learning how to use their words, right? The Princess of Swords, she's learning how to use her words. She's learning, she's learning the truth of the matter. But what I like is that she's also over the Seven of Pentacles. And sometimes you just have to be, I don't know. I feel like my ex-husband found his true soulmate at the end of our relationship. I do feel like that. He lost her because because he stayed in lower energy. But I feel like that, and it was hard to take at first. Not like I told anyone. I kept it inside, but now I just get it, right? I get that energy. Sometimes. Okay, let's keep going with the King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles always involved in something, right? Capricorn. This could be talking about another Capricorn, Taurus, or what the heck? Virgo. Jeez. Okay, I have the Star. So the Star is a card of Aquarius, and it is coming between this Emperor and the Knight of Cups. So, whoever this is, this person feels like they are about to live their dreams. Like they're seeing the big picture, I have to say. It's weird, I didn't go to the Seven of Swords. I wanted to. Interesting. We're heading there now. So anyways, with the we have the Star. Again, Aquarius, next to Earth. And then we have, look at this, with the Ace of Pentacles. Another beautiful card. But yet there feels like there's a little something under it. I feel like if this is you and maybe you're having an affair, and God, I can't even believe I'm going to say the words, but I feel like sometimes if we meet someone, the relationship we're already in, we can see it has run its course. That's what I feel like. I feel like that relationship has run its course. And, it's just the decision is when two people, look at that, the Death card right above it, decide to end it, let it be, right? Close the door on it. That means two people now live two different lives. Can be hard, but it feels like that's the way it's just meant to be here. I'm saying meant to be, there's free will. I could say no, right? But it's like my heart has been stolen. My heart has been stolen. And I have to say, this may be work. This may be, for some of you, in a work situation. I feel like judgment is coming in between the two people. Between the Queen and the King, or the Emperor. I feel like judgment's coming in between them. Almost giving the same message of what is yet to be discovered, what is yet to be created, especially for this Queen. I feel like it's like there's something that she's going to create. And, I feel like it's like my spirit guides helping me now, not helping me now, me now accepting that and letting things, letting the past go, because I'm willing to let the past go. But there's still a little, there's still a little iffiness, but we have the Death card up here. And I feel like what the Death card is saying, if these two people just look at the truth, right? Take their blindfolds off and just look at the truth. They both may see that they now have different paths to go. Alright, we have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so for someone, this may be your fear in telling someone else, just like telling them the truth. You know, the Six of Pentacles beside that, and I feel like what it's talking about is maybe an opportunity. Maybe it's because of this lover, or maybe this is where I met this person or will meet this person. But I feel like there's some type of opportunity that comes that gives you, well, let's think of Capricorn and what do I want to do? I want to leave my legacy, right? This gives you the opportunity to build it, but it's such a beautiful type of energy. It's a very compassionate, empathetic energy. However, then I have and it has love underneath it, pure, unconditional love. So that it can only be truth, right? And feeling like I'm meant to do this. This could be talking about your work, like something, you know, like what I felt like is like we each come in with different opportunities that we can really explore. And that's what I feel here. I feel like that opportunity comes in, but then I have the Eight of Swords over that. So does that Eight of Swords stop me? Above it is the Seven of Wands. Again, you know, point of view. Listen, I may be closed off to someone else's point of view, and or it's the other way around. Someone is just closed off to listening to someone else's point of view. But that doesn't mean the other one can't still have the energy of the Six of Pentacles, which is the balance. And I feel like it's probably the Queen and the King. I didn't allow it to just end. Interesting how I'm getting both of them. So I have the Five of Cups, and that's about where my focus is at. I have the Ace of Swords, wow, coming over Judgment, so it's like, this is the truth, right? And what's right above it? The Star card. So, Star card is about hope, number one. It's about your dreams and your wishes. It's about the things that you truly would like to manifest. Queen of Wands is someone who would say, okay, let's do it, right? Let's take this chance. And I feel like the universe is like 100% behind it, showing you, you know, right next to is the Nine of Pentacles. This is success. You know, that's what the card is about. But over it, I have the Five of Cups. So this tells me, again, I feel like we're getting different perspectives and different. Anyways, this tells me that I'm looking, or I'm allowing myself to feel the pain of the past, right? The pain of the past instead of the potential of what can be, because there's two cups that have yet to be discovered, right? So that could be love for the one who's going to be loveless for a minute. I don't know. But it is an energy that asks you, especially with Judgment here, it's almost like a demand. Like, don't allow, and maybe it's over this King of Pentacles, I don't know. Don't allow yourself to focus on the pain and what you have lost, and you know, if I don't know, like if I'm in any type of mourning, and you can't tell someone how long to mourn. However, maybe there is too long of a time, because you know, this is talking about like I'm putting all this emotional energy in all the pain of the past. That means I'm reliving it. That means I'm torturing myself, but I'm only torturing myself. Um, so I love that the Ace of Swords is like, boom, comes out, and that's like enlightenment, right? Enlightenment over this person of where I'm putting my focus. And now it does turn them around, right? It turns them around, and now they're on this new journey looking for that Two of Cups. Look at this. We have the Prince of Cups. Again, he's got the Ace of Pentacles above him. So, again, this is someone... Now, listen, I like this prince because he's got the Ace of Swords on one side of him, which is truth, which is someone who's coming in as their authentic self, which I felt up here, like whoever is meeting up here, it's like, why is this strong? Because I can see them on a soul level type of thing. But he also has the Ace of Pentacles above him. Yet he's coming over that Seven of Swords. So this could be clearly someone who has stolen your heart. Like they've stolen my heart. And but that doesn't mean there's not a fear factor, because the Eight of Swords is here. Right? So what would the fear be over? The fear would be over trust issues. But here's the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups. That's weird. And the Six of Pentacles above it. So, and that is a very balanced type of energy, with the Seven of Pentacles above that, and that is that seed of intention. It's almost like the soulmate that was planted, but it required, it required time, patience. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is, and maybe patience has been given, but now it's just this, it's time, right? Here's the Star card coming over the Emperor. So it is a time where you, the Emperor, and male or female, by the way, it doesn't matter. This is really, because I feel like this Emperor is seeing the world in a different way. And maybe even the world that he's, in the way that he's meant to see it, or she's meant to see it. Because I feel like this is someone's dreams coming true. And I want to say male or female, because, if I want to look at the Prince of Cups as only a male, well, why? So, anyway. I think the Prince of Cups is making the announcement also, maybe to the person he's fallen in love with, that I do feel like, I want to join together. And I do mean join together. This sounds sucky if you're the Queen of Cups, but it's not. Because this Ace of Swords is like here for her also, and it's also connected to the Star card. So I don't feel like it's just for the Emperor. I feel like it's really for the enlightened one, like those who enlighten themselves, those who, listen, I don't feel like this is just any old person that I want to have an affair with. I honestly don't. I feel like this is someone who stole my heart, and this is someone who truly, truly gets you. You get them. But that doesn't mean there won't be opposition around it. But I feel like any opposition comes from the outside. But I feel like eventually this couple, the balance, and I don't mean eventually, I mean I feel like there's a balance with them. We have the Wheel, which is the card of destiny, right? So this is someone following their destiny, is what they're doing. They are turning their back on, let's look at the Queen of Cups. This can be anything. This can be, a world that, world that I'm living in day to day that just feels cold and, I don't know, I don't have the sun at my back type of thing. There's nothing, there's no inspiration around me. Whatever it is, the Emperor is determined. But so's the Queen of Wands. So, you know, we have the joining of what I feel is destiny. It's funny, I have the wheel, and there's another wheel. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, potentially, right? And then we have the Prince of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. For some of you, you know, this is heading towards this energy, and I'm wondering what her connection is to this Prince of Pentacles, considering we have the King of Pentacles up here. So I almost feel like saying this is, if I follow this energy, it's more about this Queen meeting. I feel like on her travels or his travels, I feel like they also, it's like meeting someone that stabilizes them, bottom line. But I do feel like it's talking about, because I feel like these things are joining together. I'm going to take one card over this Queen and this Prince. You know, because the Queen has the Eight of Swords right above her. So this is on her mind. And what is it? The Lovers. Her sword is down, I have to say, so she's not in a defensive mode whatsoever towards it. It's crossing her heart, the sword, you know, and the sword is everything to her. So I feel like this is making a commitment, like I've made the decision that Eight of Swords is there. So I feel like what it's saying is, do I still have a little fear about the joining together? I do. I do. However, I feel like she is surrendering that and flowing. It makes sense. King of Cups. Getting a lot of people. Why am I still taking cards? So we have the Queen of Cups who opened the reading. Over the Five of Cups, where is my focus? It's on the King of Cups. So there's that connection. For this Queen of Cups, when I turn around, what's there for me? Well, somehow your creativity, and I feel like this is really for everyone, but especially for those who are feeling like, you know, things are ending and it's uncomfortable, but I feel like deep down, I know that. And why am I saying all this? I'm just saying because ultimately it opens up this creativity within you, and I feel like maybe it's important. Maybe it's going to be important work. And maybe you have no clue right now what it is, what it's going to be. But maybe, you know, all of a sudden I'm seeing someone sitting in a typewriter. I love to type. I love the sound of it. So maybe I'm typing my memoir. Maybe, I don't know. We have the Six of Wands. So ultimately, that's the energy of victory. Victory coming between judgment, where I feel judgment is coming between these two people. I feel like these are two people who are getting it, you know, understanding it. Like, you know, our lives are just different. They're going different, right? I feel like this is absorbing the truth of that information. And ultimately, I feel like both are able to walk away. we have the moon, card of Pisces, and we have the King of Wands. So again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Can be Pisces and fire, cups. You know, this Prince of Pentacles could have been of a younger time, right? And this Queen of Swords with the lovers behind her. You know, it's who I've thought about, right? I don't feel like this is the same person as in the Five of Cups. I feel like the Queen of Cups is who's in the Five of Cups energy. I feel like this Queen of Swords is more of the Queen of Wands energy. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I'm ready to chase. And I keep saying chasing. I don't know if I have to chase it, but it's a good chase. Who consists of who has my heart, right? Who maybe also stole my heart. And it's funny because under the wheel is the Seven of Swords. So this may answer the question of, you know, this is for everyone. When we're in balance, this is when these beautiful types of opportunities come in. The wheels start spinning, right? This queen, I feel like I've been thinking about this person. I feel like this is them at a younger time. That's how I picture them. I see them. But however, this is him now as the king, right? As king energy. It's funny, it's the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands because one's not above the other. When you look at the Emperor and the Emperor usually is a little above. Why am I saying that? I don't know, like a ranking. But I feel like ultimately when they join together, because they do, they are eye to eye. There's we, there's us. You know, there's no longer me and you know, it's us. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna leave it there. So funny because I often think, does Capricorn really like love readings? Not usually, but this is a little bit of everything. This is telling you how to get to your potential when, you know, when you're feeling that a door is closing. Yeah, I think that's why the Death card came out. Let it close. You know, let it close, let it go. Go start your new journey, right? Because the longer I stay in the energy of, no, you got to see it my way, and, you know, but it won't make a difference. What am I doing? I'm only holding myself back. And what does it show you? It shows you, you know, truly shows you that you are capable of, you know, maybe your emotions are taking you over and you need to get back into your grounded self. You know, and I'm talking about the Queen of Pentacles, like living her passion. I feel like it's what she or he is meant to do. Again, whatever you're bringing to the world through it. Okay. So I guess a little extra there for the Queen. You know, we have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. So what's the underlying energy? It's about everyone. Think about the Hermit. You know, the Hermit is about seeking the truth. You know, not lies. That's what happens outside the cave. I'm in the cave seeking only the truth. But through these truths, I'm learning a lot of things. But I'm also learning a lot of truth about myself. These truths that I learn can only benefit me, right? Because it might be a negative aspect of the way I'm looking at something, but then I get to see it in a different perspective, and it changes my thought, and then it changes my path type of energy. So the Hermit energy is a very important time. And when you come out of the Hermit, you know, you really are an enlightened soul. Why? Because you know all the truths of yourself. You know, you You're just very enlightened. Your spirituality is what helps pull you through this earthly life type of energy. So you come out shining the light, the lantern. To me, that means to help those who need it, right? So an important number, well, it's a number 9. So number 9 is about reflection. Maybe I go into the Hermit like, why? Why why are these things happening to me? And the Hermit, I mean, what's the Hermit gonna, well, my dear, have a seat. Let's get to the root of the problem, right? Let's start at the root. It's like I'm talking to a guru. Let's start at the root, right? Princess of Swords, seeking the truth, right? She's not the Queen of Swords yet. She's learning about life, if we want to look at the sword in that way. And then justice underneath that. That's being your whole self. Yourself. Swords. Authenticity. You're authentic. So, I like that. The justice is there for you, because I feel like, and maybe that's what it means, justice is there for you. Sometimes you're on karmic lessons, just the way it is, right? It's moving through it. It's learning the truth. So, it may require, or I may find myself in this energy, but it's all about the reflection, so that I can, I hate to say learn the lesson all the time, so I can absorb the truth. Because once you know the truth, you cannot deny the truth. Then you know you're lying, right? Anyway, so an important time period of life for, and someone else needs to go through that. You got to give them the time and the space to, we all have to seek it on our own. Many times we don't seek it until something in life drops us to our knees. And then we start asking bigger questions. What just happened? What's going on? What is there? Is there more? So you start researching, right? You start asking the questions, you start learning, and it keeps opening you up. Like, if you want the truth, seek the truth, and ye shall find the truth. Okay. Tell us what we need to hear. Many times, I was going to say, these cards just are the perfect ending to the reading. It's almost like they wrap it up for me. Be strong. Do I feel like you've gotten this card before? I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. Well, that's for the Queen of Cups, no doubt. I'm sure it's for all of us, but in one way, that's for the Queen of Cups. This card counsels you to take swift and firm action towards resolving your present situation. Mother Mary avows that you are stronger than you think you are. You can also call upon the wellspring of God's strength to lift you up. Do not wallow in any feelings of victimhood or passivity. Use your God-given strength now. This card may also be asking you to engage in physical activity to develop your strong, healthy body. Because remember, you're spiritual, but you're also walking this earth. If you've been thinking about working out with weights, then this card is additional validation that it's time to exercise. You can see how it really talks about allowing what you know needs to end, right? And to be willing to walk through the uncomfortableness of it. It's a temporary action. It, you know, we can get through it. And what happens is, as these type of actions come along, we get through them faster and faster and faster. Right? Why? Because we see the truth of it, exactly what it is. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to pull this tool. This is what's going to get me through this little challenge here. You know, I have these tools. So, be strong. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for those of you who stick to the end. Thank you. I kind of feel like you need to, but to each their own, right? I got to surrender that. Thank you for the beautiful donations, keeping the channel alive. Thank you for the subscribes, and anyone who's new, thank you for giving me the opportunity to show you what I do. There's a lot of variety on the channel. Those who want a personal reading, I'm 2 to 3 weeks behind, but all the personal information, or all the information you need, is right below the video. But you need to have patience. If you don't have patience, now may not be the time, because, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, the truth is being told. Now you have to decide, do I have the patience for that? Sometimes it's when you're meant to hear it anyway. But that is up to you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, I was going to say month. It's going to be tough, right? Because we still have this coronavirus and all this crap going on. I say allow your creativity to open up more than ever before. If you're someone who is stuck at home, learn, you know, expand, and who knows? Who knows what it can do for you? I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.